What's going on, Blues? Welcome back to Life as an Evertonian. This is our match preview for the game against Fulham away at Craven Cottage this weekend. Blues, this is going to be, if you're looking at both sides, where they are in the league, both on 34 points. Everton are 10th, Fulham are ninth, both on -1. Listen, we beat them at the Hill Dickinson quite comfortably that day. Probably one of our most assured performances. Probably that and Forest at home. But listen, we're back on the road. We haven't been good at home recently. Fulham, listen, they're there and thereabouts. I think they're in a decent patch of form at the minute. They're a team who, when you look at it, Everton seem to come out better in the second half, and Fulham seem to do the same. They seem to score a lot of goals late on. They did it last week. Or it was against Brighton, wasn't it? Did they? I think they lost actually the last game. Let me just look. Yeah, they got beat against United. It was the late one against Brighton. They did get beat against Leeds United away. They won in the cup. They beat Chelsea at home 2-1. They drew against Liverpool. Drew against Palace. They beat West Ham away 1-0. They beat Forest at home 1-0. So listen, they're similar to us. Obviously the league tells you that. So we are going to see a different Fulham, different type of Fulham, because we are away. We are at their own ground. In comparison to the tie at Hill Dickinson. But Everton are good on the road. So, I think we're watching a better Everton team when we're on the road. We could see the debut of Tyreek George. I think that is exciting all of us. He looks a real promising player. Seen his training video today. Seen glimpses of him. He looks really bright, really fast, really direct, really good feet. Makes his defender and opposition guess, or they can't guess which way he's going to go. And I like that, So, and I would say the Everton squad as well is probably at the most robust it's been. Yes, obviously Jack Grealish is out, but there's a lot of players available for us. Beto stayed. Could Beto force a start? Possibly. The way he ended in the last game, getting his 97th minute equaliser to snatch a point away to Brighton. So there's a lot of food for thought in terms of what type of system will Everton play as well. When you've got the likes of Jared Branthwaite and Jake O'Brien available, and Tarkowski and Michael Keane, could Everton be forced again to play three at the back? I'm not sure. Yeah, and I know for me, for one, I don't want to see that flat back four of four centre halves. I would like to see Nathan Patterson back in at right back, and I would possibly say Mikalenko at left back. Because Mikalenko's a good fullback when he's got defensive work to do. And listen, Fulham have got some really creative players. Harry Wilson is a player that I want. I do. I think he's somebody that we should really go for. I think we should have pushed the ball out in this transfer window and tried to get him for 15 mil. Yes, he's a free transfer at the end of the season, but if Everton are serious about European contention, that's what I hope would have happened. An offer that they couldn't refuse, but I understand why they won't want to sell to us. So, this is a massive game in terms of European contention. You've got, let's just have a look at the table. You've got Sunderland and Brentford both on 36 points, Everton on 34 points. You got Liverpool there in sixth place on 39. The gap's opened up a little bit there for them. So, there's a European place there, boys. There's 14 games to go. Now, has this game got a draw written all over it? probably has, but it purely depends on what type of Everton turns up. Um, and we're in a good rich vein of form away from home. There's no other team who's had more away wins in the league. I think Arsenal and us since Moyes has come in. Um, and again, the squad is is pretty much at full capacity. Um, so there's options all over the pitch in terms of what system is going to play, um, which obviously will result in what type of player he's going to play in each position. Again, I would like four at the back. I'd like to see personally Jimmy Gardner and Kieran Dewsbury all in there. Um, possibly Harrison Armstrong, but we know what Moyes is about. We know he'll probably go for a dresser. The right hand side, will we see Ilan and go back over to the right and Tyreek George make his debut on his left, vice versa? You've got the likes of Tyler Diblin fighting for a place, Dwight McNeil, Charlie Alcaraz, Timmy Raburam, Merlin Rowe, who we've not seen since Aston Villa, which in my opinion is wrong. Adam Azanu. So Blues, our squad is looking good. It is. It's looking the best that it's been this season, apart from losing Jack Grealish. So yeah, for me, I just think we need to, I'd like to see Everton get a goal early. I would, because I think we can manage the game really well. If we can get a goal early, we can manage the game well and, look to counter attack. We'd do that anyway, even if it was 0-0 at half time. Keeping it tight. We did that against Brighton. I think that was a massive chance for Kieran Dewsbury Hall to score. And obviously when he didn't, the game changed from that. And if Everton get chances, they've got to take them. So yeah, boys, I'm going to leave this one there. Um, Fulham are a good side. Um, we're in a battle for European contention. We're 10th in the league, 14 games to go. I no longer have anxiety about fighting relegation. And that is huge. That is really huge. And we can go into this game and be confident. We've got a new player who's chomping at the bit, I'm sure, to make his debut. Something for us to get excited about. Different dynamics to Jack Grealish. Um, and it's exciting, Blues. It is. And the fact that we're not at home at the minute, if we can go there and get 3 points and, really build on that momentum and get into, I don't know, seventh in the league, eighth in the league, getting into that European spot, going back at home. Who have we got next? I need to just see who we've got next at home. Obviously, oh yeah. Um, we've got Bournemouth on Tuesday night and United on Monday night. So two back-to-back games there. No games on a Saturday up until the end of the, I think there's one in there's Chelsea at half 5. I don't think that fixture's changed, has it? So there's one on a Saturday at the Hill Dickinson Stadium. So Blues, I'm going to leave this one there. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Click that bell to turn on post notifications. It's completely guesswork what Moyes is going to field. Like I said, there's some like Merlin Rowe situation, Adam Azanu. Merlin Rowe had a fantastic game against Villa. And obviously, Harrison Armstrong's not going out to Preston. So I'm looking forward to seeing the lineup, Blues. I really am. And I'm hoping to see, players in their respective positions, such as Nathan Patterson. I don't want to see a back four that what we saw. I don't want to see it. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Click that bell to turn on post notifications. Up the toffees, and I'll see you in the next one.